Am I like Tyler in real life? Am I a black market mercenary, gun for hire?
Say your name, mate.
Ovi.
Proceeding to extraction.
Welcome. Firstly, thanks everyone who saw the movie. Feedback has been absolutely incredible, and all the support has just been fantastic. So, first question was, in the car chase scene, when the camera moved from outside to the back of the car, how was that done?
Get in the car! Get in the car!
So that car chase scene was all part of the one-er, which was the 12-minute sequence where there was a number of single shots that were seamlessly pulled together to look like it was a 12-minute continuous take. Sam was on the hood of a chase car following me, and as that car pulled up alongside us, he unclipped himself, had the camera in his hand, and handed the camera through the window into the car that we were driving into another cameraman, and we took off. So it was a series of handoffs like that, which was one of the most technically challenging things I've ever been a part of, and also the most impressive for me. It's pretty exciting. How do you get your hair cut? Well, a pair of scissors usually. Luca Vanella, an Italian hair master, and he works with me on a number of films, and he designed that haircut. And originally we had a pretty normal looking haircut, and we wanted something more extreme, so we clipped it up the sides and gave it a bit more edge. Do I wear contact lenses? No, I don't. Thanks for checking in. Do you think there'll be a sequel? Who knows? Depends on the hunger and excitement and enthusiasm from you guys. Honestly, making that film was one of the best experiences I had. So maybe. Was it challenging doing a lot of choreography, or was it simple to memorize? Incredibly challenging. It's a bit like when you're learning dialogue, you've got to kind of create the story in your head, and if the writing's great, then it's kind of imprinted in there pretty easily. Physical choreography is the same, you've got to really kind of do repetition, see the story of the fight play out. But we had weeks of rehearsals that we went through with Sam, and then every day we were shooting one scene, we'd be rehearsing the next fight scene, which was the following day. So it didn't really stop, and it was a 3-month shoot, and basically kind of running and sprinting and fighting the whole time. Exhausting, but rewarding, because I think we achieved some pretty unique special stunt sequences that I certainly have never been a part of and haven't seen for a while. So did anything unexpected happen during production? Unexpected, the whole thing was logistically an insane challenge, and we had 300 personnel working with us a lot of the time, and we, in order to shut down streets and alleyways and so on, so no one would get injured, and we'd be flying cars through the streets.
Take me to the police. The cops are in on it. But if you want to live, you have to trust me.
And thankfully, to the people in Bangladesh and India and Ahmedabad, that there was such a support for what we were doing. We'd turn up and create all sorts of chaos, and to have the people line the streets and be so excited to see what was going on was a real blessing for us, and we're beyond thankful for all the support. We couldn't have done it without the local support and also the local talent we were able to use, a lot of the cast and crew from those areas, and it's pretty amazing. Thank you guys. What is it about the story and character that intrigued you the most to come on board? I've done a lot of action films. I've never done an action film that was so grounded in reality, though. I had my stunt double, Bobby Hanton Holland, on this with me, who did the really gnarly stuff, but 95% of it I had to do because of the nature of how we were shooting. What intrigued me also was that the action was really dictated by the emotion, and the fact that there was an emotional journey that caused my characters to have a physicality and a fighting style that started off in one way, but throughout the film progressed. But in the movie, there is an awakening that occurs within him due to meeting this young boy. He really starts to realise that there's something else worth fighting for.
Put your belt on.
What belt?
Your fucking seatbelt.
It's been on. You drive like you're insane.
Sam spoke about Jackie Chan movies as an inspiration for Extraction. Who was inspiration for Chris while working on Tyler's character? I don't know. I sort of maybe unconsciously pulled from a few different things. We talked about, the sort of 80s, 90s action films where so much of it was done in camera. There wasn't blue screen, green screen, special effects. It was just pretty hardcore, in your face, right there, stunts and endless sort of rehearsals and so on. And also there was a sort of a simplicity to the narrative in those films. It was pretty easy to follow, yet infusing an emotional component in there. A lot of people talked about Rambo: First Blood as a comparison, which is very high praise. But yeah, I wouldn't say there was any particular film that inspired me. Old westerns, classic sort of Steve McQueen, the whole city ascending on a character. It was a bit of a throwback to a period before my time, certainly.
Oh, my beer, would you?
Oh, gotcha.
Did I actually jump off that huge cliff at the beginning of the film? Sort of.
Right.
We had to set that up. I probably would have died if I had done that. But I did a rather large jump, and then we added green screen, and then someone else, and so there was just a bit of movie play and trickery for that particular moment. You enjoyed coming to India? Absolutely. India was fantastic. The people were incredible. We couldn't have shot the film without the support of the people. The locations, that was a big reason for shooting in India. I don't think we've seen many action films and films like this with the backdrop of India and Bangladesh, and to have that opportunity to put a spotlight on that part of the world and aesthetically show something different was pretty unique and special, and we had a lovely time working there. What's your favourite stunt in the movie? I really enjoyed the opening scene in the building, in the apartment.
Pramandao.
That took us about a week or two to shoot, and it was hot and dusty and dirty, but it felt like we were getting something pretty special and a pretty incredible way to open the film. And the addition of the moment with the rake. That was actually one of the movie fans out there who contacted us and said his name's Tyler Rake. If he kills someone with a rake, that'd be awesome. So whoever that was, I don't know your exact name, but thanks for that. How was it working with R.T.B? R.T.B's incredible. He brings such heart and nuance to the film. It was so beautiful and conflicting, and his motivation for looking after his child as well, was something universally I think people can connect to. He's just a great bloke and an incredibly talented actor. What do you do to get in mood to film drama scenes like that one with Ovi talking about being brave?
I'm not brave, mate.
Anytime there's an emotional scene, you've got to try and find some way of connecting to it, or something that you can draw upon. Sometimes it may be completely out of the realm of your experience, so you just try and find something else that causes you pain or emotion and draw upon that. I was shooting this film for about 3 months and was missing my family like crazy and hadn't seen my kids for weeks and weeks. But that particular day, I certainly was missing them a little extra and was able to kind of use some of that. I think for me, it's about letting go in those moments and just trying to allow it organically to surface and not sort of force it too much. You have to be willing to sort of take a risk, and it doesn't always work, is the truth. But you build up your instincts and do the best you can. Yeah, I can't thank you all enough, to be able to provide a bit of entertainment right now during this period, and I know we're all in lockdown at the moment. I'm thankful for, and that it has provided an escape for people, and the support's been incredible.
I'm in survival mode. Gonna jump on 3, all right?
What?
1.